that the world sees Guantanamo as wrong, as a travesty of justice. The United States is supposed to be a beacon for freedom, for liberty for all, and yet we have this prison in Guantanamo, Cuba. Guantanamo prison is a place we have forgotten about as Americans. We don't want to think about all of the prisoners who are being held there, tortured there, and kept from having any due process of law there. We want today to recognize that this prison exists and that these prisoners are being mistreated and not having their rights honored.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that coming to America, that America would then turn around and do in our country what we had come away from, that they would actually go to Cuba and torture.
Over the last 12 years since the prison was first occupied on January 11th, 2002, 8 prisoners have died in the hands of the U.S.
This jumpsuit I'm wearing, you've probably seen them before with the black hood. That's, in fact, how they treat prisoners there. They torture our prisoners who have never been brought to justice. They haven't even been charged with a crime yet.
I am a wall ghoul. I died waiting for justice.
Many of the prisoners who go on hunger strikes to try to call attention to their plight are force-fed on a daily basis. Many prisoners over the years there in Guantanamo have gone on hunger strikes. Yet not too many people know about that because our government doesn't want people to know what goes on in Guantanamo Bay. They want us to forget about these people who were dragged there against their will.
They torture our prisoners who have never been brought to justice. They haven't even been charged with a crime yet.
This is something unprecedented in American history, that doctors and psychiatrists were involved in actually designing the tortures and in being consulted on whether the torture should continue. A doctor is always supposed to be on your side. That's medical ethics. First, do no harm. He's always supposed to be on your side, not anybody else's side. He's not there to see, give you a checkup and see whether you can take more.
Now, there are other prisons where people are being held in Europe and other places that are like Guantanamo. It happens to be what this United States does, is we arrest people around the globe, throw them in prison, and never charge them with anything, do not give them their proper justice. There's no right to defend themselves, they don't have access to a lawyer. In some cases, they're tortured, and in the case of Amman, they commit suicide. That's what happened.
We need justice in our country, and Guantanamo is not justice for these people, and we need to close it down.
The only reason to have a secret prison is to do in there what you want to be kept from the light.
Would you like to be interviewed? What's your name?
No, thank you. I'm here to cover the event. But you got my button.
What's your button say?
It says close Guantanamo now. Because everybody deserves their day in court.
Are you an activist?
I've been called worse.